In today's 6-minute makeover, I had a seller approach me because she's using promoted listings. She's been trying it for quite some time now, but she's not seeing any results. And she wanted to know what was going on here. So when it comes to promoted listings, renewal strategies, any kind of paid stuff, this sort of thing can be very seasonal and it needs to be extremely custom for your shop. Something that worked in someone else's shop might not work in yours, and that's because if you're getting lots of visits and favorites during this time of year, renewals and promoted listings will probably work well for you because people already want your products. But if you're not getting any of those things this time of year, there's nothing paid that will force sales. So don't spend money when you're not getting lots of attention on Etsy. Many people think promoted listings, shop renewals, Google ads, Facebook ads, Pinterest ads, you name it, they think it's a patch cure and it will fix a lack of sales. But the fact is, if you haven't mastered how to make regular sales with free promotions, then why would you use a super advanced and expensive strategy like paid ads? You need to squeeze the most possible out of free tactics first before you ever move on to paid methods. During these times of the year when traffic is slow and it's more difficult to make sales, you should always be focused on free tactics anyway. In your shop's off-season, you need to fill the gap in other ways. Let's start by talking about why you have an off-season in the first place. So all items on Etsy have a peak season and a lull, and that's because people rarely buy most things year-round. So for example, I wouldn't buy patio furniture when it's snowing outside, and I'm probably not thinking about decorating my home when it's the middle of summer and I want to spend all my time out of the house. I noticed this with my own products on Etsy. My top sellers are mugs, and people just plain don't want hot drinks during the summertime. This is my biggest lull every single year because there's no amount of work, free or paid, that I can do to sell someone something they don't want. So if you have a clear off season, then you need to fill the gaps with a product that people want during your lull. So for example, wedding season is at its peak during summer, which is why I opened my wedding temporary tattoo shop. It filled those sales gaps that my mugs were having. And between the two, I was able to stay busy making sales all year long. So if you're mid-lull right now, ask yourself what time of the year it is. Then go looking for the most popular items on Etsy right now. That will show you the type of items you can use to fill your seasonal gap. Now, once you've filled your shop with more seasonally mixed items, let's talk about free promotions. The number one free tactic you should be using is Etsy updates. This is just a simple image post that advertises your shop to buyers. You can create shop updates using the Sell on Etsy app for your phone. A lot of people honestly think this tactic is utter crap and it doesn't do anything. But I had over-the-top excellent results with it, so I started poking around and asking questions to all my sellers who kept telling me this strategy wasn't working. And here's what I found. None of these sellers were posting shop updates on a regular basis. Many of them had no idea what to post or how often, and they just quit entirely out of confusion and frustration. So of course they weren't seeing any results. Here are the fast and simple rules of shop updates. Number 1, post regularly. And I do mean regularly. Once a week is the minimum amount you should be posting. Number 2, post when your shop gets the most traffic so you can get a major boost with each shop update. So to do this, I use Google Analytics to find out that my shop's most popular time of day was 4 p.m. on a Thursday. So I always posted around 3:30 p.m. on Thursdays. And number 3, you don't need to post anything special. You can repost existing images of your current products and just cycle them on repeat when you start to run out of content. That's all you need to get consistent results with shop updates. I've got some resources below this video that will walk you through steps 1 through 3. Now don't forget, if you're not adding items that will sell either year-round or during your off-season, you'll still see a dip in sales during certain times of the year. Plain and simple, there's no amount of free or paid promotions that will fix this. It's your job to fill in the lull. Etsy cannot do this for you, and reaching into your wallet for advertising money is not a good investment if you aren't going to take the time to fill your own seasonal gaps with items that sell during your off season. So stop paying for paid tactics and fix the problem that's causing your lull in the first place. Thanks so much for watching this 6-minute makeover, and don't forget to check below the video for resources that'll help you get started fixing your shop.